Next up, we go to the junior middleweight division, an 8-round special attraction between Greg the Villain Vendetti of Stoneham, Massachusetts, and I.E. Bruce of Albany, New York, by way of Ghana. Greg Vendetti enters his fight with a record of 12 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 8 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. I.E. Bruce, who goes under the nickname Bruce Lee, enters his fight with a journeyman's record of 23 wins and 13 losses, 15 of his 23 wins by way of knockout. It's Greg Vendetti wearing the solid black trunks and I.E. Bruce wearing the red trunks. Vendetti is the reigning New England junior middleweight champion. I.E. Bruce, I mentioned he sports the record of a journeyman. He's fought some of the best that boxing has to offer. Notable names on his record include former world champion Ishe Smith and former world title challenger Gabriel Rosado. But every time he stepped up, he has lost, and more often than not has been stopped in losing. Also fought guys like Glenn Tapia. He's the next logical step up in the advancement of the career for Greg Vendetti. So this is kind of a litmus test to see how Greg Vendetti can do against a guy like I.E. Bruce in compared to a lot of the top fighters that Bruce has been in the ring with. Greg Vendetti's a guy who has really done a good job rebounding his career since he had 2 losses in the early portion of his career. Lost to a pro debuting fighter named Pedro Gonzalez, who is a mixed martial arts practitioner boxing professionally for the first time when he fought Vendetti, and also lost to Antonio Chavez Fernandez. But has really done a great job bouncing back since then, is on an extended winning streak, and really has fared quite well since going to the 8-round level. Nice right hand by Greg Vendetti. I.E. Bruce doesn't seem to flinch. So Greg Vendetti, the busier of the 2 fighters thus here in round 1. Now, I.E. Bruce seems to resemble a sparring partner right now. And for a guy that has the record he has, a journeyman's record, as I've mentioned now 3 times, and has been in the ring with some of the best that boxing has to offer under the bright lights of actual fights, one would have to imagine he's been in the ring with countless others in the gym as a sparring partner, and that's what he's looked like so far to me here in round 1. Doesn't take too much damage, but doesn't put much out either. A little off balance there for I.E. Bruce. As Greg Vendetti with some good activity to end round 1. So good opening round for Greg Vendetti as we enter round number 2 between Greg Vendetti in the black and I.E. Bruce in the red trunks. I.E. Bruce residing in Albany, New York. It's interesting. When you think of New York boxing, you think of all of the great fighters in the city at places like Gleason's Gym. But there have been some very respectable fighters in the upstate parts of New York as well. The International Boxing Hall of Fame in upstate New York in Canastota, home of the legendary Carmen Basilio. Mike Tyson began his career fighting in the Catskills. It's another very good fighter prospect at the junior middleweight level, fighting in the upstate area, out of the upstate area right now, named Lishan Rodriguez. Good work here in round 2 by Greg Vendetti, and he's going to score a knockdown as it was an uppercut from the right hand of Vendetti, which got that flurry started, which ultimately sees A.E. Bruce hit the floor. This could be a statement by Greg Vendetti if he could stop I.E. Bruce. But I.E. Bruce not showing too many ill effects from that knockdown. As we're in the closing seconds of round 2, and another knockdown scored by Greg Vendetti. A 2-knockdown round for Greg the Villain Vendetti. Jackie Morrell, referee, looks into the eyes of I.E. Bruce, stops the fight, and Greg Vendetti has made that statement. He improves to 13-2-1 with now 9 big wins by way of knockout. That's the biggest win of his career by far against the most experienced opponent of his career by far. Following 2 knockdowns in round number 2, a stoppage victory for Greg the Villain Vendetti, who gives his many fans from Stoneham, Massachusetts, who came to Boston tonight, reason to go home happy after they enjoy the remainder of the evening.